Welcome back. How we getting on, everybody?
I'm pretty good. Yeah, I'm pretty good.
Lads?
So, yeah. Today we have two very special guests. So, lads, meet the Pauls. From, yeah.
This is
From
weird
Paul and
because
Griff.
like Ant and Deck should be on the left and right.
Today, we're
Yeah.
of course joined by the very famous Paul and Griff from the Paul and Griff Show. Thanks for getting on today with us, fellas.
It's good, man. Like excited to be here.
Yeah, no, looking forward to it.
Excited to have you on. So, obviously, you run a podcast. We have that in common. So, tell us, how'd you get your start with your podcast?
You want to take it away, Paul?
Yeah, so I'd say about 5 years ago, was it? We started a show called Lazy Hollywood, where we used to, we used to basically look at remakes and the originals and compare them, and just sort of somehow do it for like an hour and a half and just sort of go off on a tangent. And we took a bit of a break, and we still loved film, and we came back with just the Pual and Griff Show, because we found that we were still talking every day about films and everything, so we thought we might as well start recording it.
Amen.
That's such a bad idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So, just talking on your show there, what would you say has the best, like, what movie has the best remake and what movie has the worst remake?
Oh, it's a question like we get all the time. Probably one of the worst remakes is probably like The Wicker Man.
No, scene. That's amazing.
Oh, the bees.
Oh, yeah. Nicolas Cage.
The rest of it's trash, but
it's just absolutely like cringe. Best remake. I'm trying to go back for our back catalogue. Obviously, I also wasn't a fan of the Karate Kid remake because it doesn't even do karate in it. So I had a massive issue with.
I think the best all-round remake's got to be Ocean's 11, isn't it?
Yeah, Ocean's 11. Like,
because the original one had the Rat Pack on, and it kind of went on for absolutely hours and hours. Obviously, the remake, they had the ridiculous all-star cast with just the who's who was just in it, and it's just such a better movie.
Yeah, Ocean's 11. I think as well, a massive like improvement, probably Gone in 60 Seconds. If you see the originals, massively different to the remake. Some of these films, you don't know how they've come from where they are. But yeah, I think we did one of our last shows was like our top 5 remakes, wasn't it, Paul?
Yeah, I think it was top 5, and was it worst as well? I can't remember.
Done so many shows, but yeah, got the original Gone in 60 Seconds. I think it was like done in the 60s, but it's nothing like the Nicolas Cage monster movie that we have now.
What do you think of Nicolas Cage recently? Because I just so happened to, since we're on the topic of Nick Cage, I watched a movie with him the other night that came out last year. I don't know if you've seen it. It's called The Color Out of Space.
I've not seen The Color of Space yet. I've seen Mandy, and I've seen, I think it's called Mama and Dad, Mama and Dad, or something like that, where all the parents turn on like killing people. I think Nicolas Cage is great. I don't understand how he's gone from mega star to straight to DVD kind of like indie kind of star. I suppose the last kind of, apart from National Treasure, the last big film he probably did was him playing like the dad in Kick-Ass.
Yeah.
Was it any good?
Yeah, it's based on a H.P. Lovecraft novel. It was very, very, very weird, and I think they kind of, with the effects, they took more of a practical approach. It reminded me a lot of John Carpenter's The Thing, which I was really into, like, because they had some parts of it where they kind of had to use CGI, and then
Yeah.
For effects, it was all practical. You could tell because like the amount of detail that went into it, and I was just like, the people I was watching it were like horrified, and I was just like, this is so cool.
He just seems to be picking like crazy movies at the moment that just sort of keep him entertained. Yeah, true.
I mean, like in most of the movies he's in, he ends up being like a fucking psycho in it.
I love that.
He's such a character actor. Like whatever he's in, he'll be completely normal at the start, and by the end of it, he's just like completely unhinged.
That's probably not even the script. They probably just lose control halfway through. Just think, you know what? Just let it go.
Like they,
come on.
Yeah, they know when they're hiring Nick Cage. They're like, all right, now it's your time to shine. Just be Nick Cage, and he's like, okay.
Yeah, it's happened. Just go with it.
Exactly. Yeah. And he just completely goes off and fucking just being a psycho. Well, it's good. Like, you know, the way he does it. You have to kind of commend him for it.
I think the new one, I'm looking out for Primal. That came out recently. I just go into the shop every now and then, and all of a sudden there's a Nicolas Cage movie, and I'm like, I didn't even know he was in anything recently. Again, just so many like straight to DVD ones. But if you ever get to see, I think it's called Mum and Dad or something like that, where literally parents want to end up killing their kids, and it's great because Nicolas Cage is like the dad trying to kill his kid, and at some point, like the kid's grandparents turn up and they want to kill Nicolas Cage. It's just absolute carnage. And if you watch them for like what it is and a lot of fun, then it's crazy to say. In the 90s, he was like blockbuster stardom guy, and now he's just kind of straight to DVD guy.
Yeah.
Isn't it like Eddie Murphy? Eddie Murphy was in loads of stuff. Then he's just gone off the grid. You know? Like, you never hear of Eddie Murphy anymore, do you? Which is a shame, because he was a good actor.
I think the Netflix movie recently, like earlier in the year. There's rumours, obviously, I know we probably talked about it on our show, where twins, he's going to play the third twin to Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito. That's it, triplets.
Oh
that rumor's
my
been
God.
going around. That rumor's been going around for years. Like, and obviously they keep talking about Beverly Hills, like maybe a new Beverly Hills Cop and a sequel to Coming to America. But yeah, again, he's kind of gone a bit quiet recently.
No, I get that. Yeah.
And it's like it's a shame that when that happens to an actor, because you're just like, oh yeah, like you'd completely forget about them, and then you see them in a movie, and you're like, oh, I wonder what happened to them. Like, you know, what's going on there? Like
songs. He did a song with Snoop Dogg, didn't he?
Did he?
Yeah. When Snoop Dogg sort of went a bit weird and thought it was Snoop Lion, I thought that's where they did a song together.
Oh yeah.
What the hell?
I forgot that Snoop Dogg became Snoop Lion for a minute.
Snoop
Look
Lion?
at that.
When the fuck? Look at him. When did he become Snoop Lion? When the fuck was this?
A few years ago.
How do you even know that, Paul? That's crazy. He's got the album.
How do you not know that? I was trying to keep this alive. I want it back.
There's fucking, his alarm clock in the morning. It's just that song.
I want the Snoop Lion Eddie Murphy tour.
So what was I gonna say? So clearly from your podcast, you're very into movies, obviously, and you know a lot about them. You have a lot of trivia. So what would you say is your like favorite piece of trivia that you have in all your kind of collection?
This is you, Griff. You're the trivia guy.
That's a question. I do love. I'm a massive Bond fan, and my favourite trivia I get to ask people is, how many people do you think James Bond killed in The Man with the Golden Gun?
Oh,
I don't know if you guys like Bond.
I haven't seen many Bonds, to be honest with you. I'm shameful for it, and I should. Because I think he's really cool, but I haven't.
Fuck.
Have you seen it, Dara?
I have not, sadly.
He kills one person through the whole movie.
Who was playing Bond at the time in that movie?
Great Roger Moore.
Oh,
yeah. For the whole film, he doesn't actually kill anyone until literally Scaramanga, played by the great Christopher Lee. That's the only kill he gets in the whole movie.
What?
That's pretty good. And I didn't know until another great piece of trivia like that. I didn't know until recently. Rambo: First Blood. He doesn't kill anyone. Yeah, the show. I'm pretty sure he killed 3 dogs.
He's been over this. He hasn't killed any dogs. All right, everyone. The dogs are fine.
That's a great kind of like piece of trivia. Got me on the spot here. I do like I say the Back to the Future. Blink and you'll miss it. So at the beginning of the film is Twin Pines Mall that he stumbles across for meet Doc in the car park. And towards the end of the film, because obviously when he goes into the back to the past, he drives over one of the pine. If you look at it close enough, it's now called just Single Pine Mall.
Oh my god!
Wow.
That's
pretty clever. They didn't even have to put that in. And obviously, if you watch the film very closely at the beginning, there's actually like someone hanging off a clock, which does going to envision like the end of the movie with Doc hanging off the clock trying to put the connectors in.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Sure.
Just off the top of my head, especially on like recent episodes we've done, that's probably my favourite one's the James Bond one. I love bringing it up all the time. But it's just great to have.
What's average kill count?
Oh, that's a good question.
Not like literally, like just roughly. Just because you say like 1, how many's only kill? Like 20?
I think, yeah, I'd say he's averaged like 10, 14. He usually kills like the main bad guy, and he usually kills the henchman, and usually all the silly kind of people like along the way. So I
like
definitely
3.
think it's like 3.
It's not that impressive, is it?
He's got a license to kill, and he ain't afraid to use it. He can't misuse it. He can't misuse it. I just thought it's crazy for the whole film. He's just one. He doesn't kill anyone else. That's
insane.
Especially for a Bond film. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
When I was watching your Back to the Future episode, I was wondering, were you gonna bring up like the big plot hole in Back to the Future 2?
What's the big plot hole?
Where Biff goes back in time to give himself the sports almanac, and then he travels back to the future, but it's the same. Like the future hasn't changed, but it should have changed for him, I guess.
But I don't know if that's because I know they go through like timelines and like stuff like that, and I don't know if that's because when he comes back, he's kind of fading himself because he's kind of erased himself. But yeah, I get what you mean. But I think they tried to explain that with the old chalkboard, and that existence is still going on, but it's actually an alternative timeline. It is, I suppose, it is kind of a massive loophole, which they decided like we don't care. We're just going to go with it, and you're going to love it.
Well, it's a very loved movie, so yeah. What about you, Paul? Griff shared his favorite trivia. What would be yours then?
Just trying to think. I mean, Griff's really like sort of the trivia guy. He sort of just bombards me with facts. So I wasn't that impressed with the James Bond one. I'm not gonna lie, but I think I was impressed when we did the Rocky episode to find out that the fighters actually had like real records. That like blew my mind. To think that someone they'd gone out and they actually were like 80-0 and all this kind of. I mean, they made up like a whole fight existence for these fighters. I thought that was just sort of crazily over the top, which sort of. But yeah, apart from that, probably just some of the Back to the Future stuff. Like I think the like Griff said about obviously knocking down sort of the tree, and it was pretty cool. But yeah.
Pretty cool. It's awesome.
What about you two? What's your like favorite movies?
Thomas, do you want to take it first?
Sure, I guess. I guess I'm a really big fan of comedy films. Always will be, always have been. I really love the Hot Fuzz trilogy. It's amazing. Not Hot Fuzz, the Cornetto trilogy. Cornetto trilogy. Yeah. Hot Fuzz, I would say it's the best. I don't know about you guys. A lot of people tend to say that Shaun of the Dead is better.
I think Shaun of the Dead's pretty overrated. So yeah, I definitely think Hot Fuzz is the best of the three.
Same here.
I'd have to agree.
It's It's just great.
It's just facts, man.
And I tend to watch it whenever I'm hungover, so it even just makes it better. I don't know why I do. It's just I need a good laugh. So, what else then? I really love watching Shawshank. It's just great. Such a great film.
I think that's everyone's favorite movie at some point in time.
Oh yeah.
I actually spoke to someone the other day who said he doesn't like it.
Really? Oh.
Doesn't like it at all. Because I think we were talking about he's from America and he was talking about wanting to come over here and visit like stuff from like Doctor Who. Because he's a massive Doctor Who fan, and unfortunately I've not watched a single episode of Doctor Who. And I said I've always wanted to visit the tree from Shawshank. And that's a really random thing to do. Fly all the way to America just to see a tree, but I just think it'd be a massive cool thing to stand by the tree in Shawshank.
It would be.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
What else then?
We'll go for a top 5. So you have Hot Fuzz, Shawshank. Go on.
Martian. Matt Damon's Martian. Great film.
Good film.
Love fucking brilliant film. What else? I really love the third Planet of the Apes movie. I love those movies. The newest, The War for the Planet of the Apes.
The newest ones. Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
Was that one with Woody Harrelson in?
Yeah, the one Woody Harrelson's in.
I think all three of them are really strong.
They are.
That's obviously for Lazy Hollywood. We covered them, the first one, and we, mind you, the one with who was it?
Matt Damon. Matt Damon?
James Franco?
Was it Wahlberg? No, we're talking about before that trilogy.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg.
I think it was Wahlberg. Yeah.
It was Wahlberg. Yeah.
Oh, that was terrible.
Trash.
That was terrible. That's got to go down as one of the worst. That's got to go down as one of the worst remakes.
Yeah,
so I'm glad they brought out these ones. The one with James Franco, all three of them are good. I think I probably edged the second one, but I can't fault any of them. They're really enjoyable. The new trilogy.
Yeah, they're one of the better kind of sequels or prequels. I mean, sorry. Yeah, no, they are. What else then would I say?
Got 2 more.
I guess.
More shots.
No, I don't. I only have one more.
What? Oh, do you? One more. Sorry.
Fucking idiot. I don't know. I'm kind of in the middle between Jurassic Park and Get Out. I guess I'll go for Jurassic Park because I love Jurassic Park. It's great. It's awesome.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no. But Get Out is a very good film, and it's like
very good.
As soon as you watch it the first time, and then you go back and watch it, it's like
all the Easter eggs and stuff. Wow.
Like completely different film. It's mad.
Exactly. You pick up on smaller things.
You do.
Yeah.
Second viewing.
All right, Dara, go on then.
Fuck, this is a tough question. I was thinking there while I was trying to gather my thoughts.
Yeah.
Because pretty much it changes every time.
Yeah.
It can change.
It can change every time you see a new movie.
It's mad. Go on, Dara. Amaze us with all your films and shit.
Alright. Right, so I'm a big horror fan. So... Alright, so first, I'm probably going to go with John Carpenter's Christine.
It's a good film. I've never seen that one.
You didn't see it, Dara, but I was actually literally typing that in.
Very campy. Very campy, very Stephen King, very 80s. Very cool.
Good choice.
Which actually, I think, while the book was being written, the studio had already bought the rights to the movie before it was even published, which was kind of weird to me. I think it came out a year after the book was published.
A bit ballsy, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
It's not pressure.
The bald movie.
Right, Christine. Yeah, obviously, it's just that classic Stephen King, bully has a switchblade, bully gets fucking murked. In this case, by a killer car.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Right, so that's... Let me think now.
One.
Second. Probably go with Scott Pilgrim.
Great film.
Scott Pilgrim is probably one of my favorites. I'm not gonna lie. I have seen it's just. What was I gonna say?
Great.
Yeah, I really, really like Edgar Wright as a director.
Yeah.
And I think now, if I'm not wrong, that was the first Edgar Wright film I'd seen, and I was obsessed with it for so long. I was just like, this is like the kind of movie that I can relate to and like look at, and like just the style of it, where it's all kind of like gamey and comic booky kind of ring to it. And yeah, I think the soundtrack is good. The the actors play their roles pretty well.
I think I need to give that a second chance, because I think when I watched it, I might have been in a bad mood, so I don't really like it. But I can't really remember many things about it. But I think it's something I need to give a second chance one day too, because a lot of people say it's really good, and I've not got great memories of it. I might have had a drink while watching it.
You guys, I watch your podcast. You guys like doing lists. I'd love you to do like the top like Edgar Wright films, because he has like just the right amount for like a top 5 or 6, I think. Like,
I mean, he hasn't directed that many movies.
Awesome.
I think he only partially wrote Ant-Man. Well, I don't even know if you could count that as an Edgar Wright movie. But
anyway, Dara, go on. What's next?
I'm looking around for some inspiration. I really am. Sorry about this now.
This is so embarrassing. I'm sorry, guys. You guys must be so
right.
No, it's not.
Jaws.
Jaws. Jaws is a great one.
Yeah. If in doubt, go to Jaws.
I think it was just like, as a child, I was fucking obsessed with Jaws. I have no reason. I have no explanation as to why, but I just had this weird obsession with it where I'd watch it the whole time. I had those like box sets that you'd get where like case would kind of flip out into 4 different things. Like
yes.
I had that for Jaws 1 to all the way to Jaws: The Revenge, and I'd watch them on fucking repeat. Haven't seen Jaws 2 to 4 in a while, and I'm kind of scared to go back and watch them, to be honest.
I don't mind 2. 2's alright.
I don't mind 3. I think 3 scares the hell out of me the most, because that can actually happen, where you go to these places with SeaWorld where you go through a shark kind of...
that's the one with the tunnel.
Thing.
Yeah, it's the end shot that ruins 3, isn't it?
It does, because back then they're trying 3D out, which kind of...
It's just like this front picture heading towards you.
But Jaws: The Revenge is probably the worst. But as Michael Caine said, it paid for a nice villa. I say it didn't turn up for his Oscar medal. I can't remember what he won now, because he was filming Jaws: The Revenge, and every time he says, "I can't believe you made it," he's like, "It's all right. It paid for a nice villa."
Fuck's sake. No, I remember, I went back and watched it last year. I think it was probably the first time I'd watched it in maybe 7 years, maybe 6-7 years, yeah. And it just still it like, after rewatching it so many times as a child, I still kind of was, it was tense. It was like dramatic at points. It was enjoyable. Like, it was just really good. And just the way they did that, like, when did Jaws come out? That was the 70s, right?
Yeah, I think it's late 70s. No, it must have been late 70s. Yeah, it must be.
Just look up the release there, Thomas.
Yeah.
I thought it's just had the 50th anniversary, isn't it? Or is it?
Isn't
74.
Yeah.
Is this
1975. There you go.
Yeah.
And thinking back now, and all the movies that came out around that time, and I know, as you said in your podcast, you only see the shark for 4 minutes.
Yeah.
But those 4 minutes are like, holy shit, it actually doesn't look half bad. It if you've seen a real great white, it doesn't look like a real great white, but it's still real enough that you'd be like, oh shit, they're actually in danger on this fucking thing. And
it's just aged so perfectly.
Exactly.
And the story behind Jaws is just as good as the film itself. It's just the magic of it all.
Yeah.
It just, as you say, you only see the shark for like 4 minutes, but those 4 minutes aren't just like filler. They're used perfectly.
Yeah.
Oh, big time.
Seeing Quint get fucking devoured by that shark, you're just like, holy shit. It's just like, I remember the first time seeing it, I was just like, what?
Bless him. It's how he would have wanted to go. It's how he would have wanted to go.
Yeah. But like, yeah, it doesn't get old. It's enjoyable. It's like yeah, like you were saying, it holds up. Like it still holds up today.
That's the other piece of trivia. Deep Blue Sea. The way the sharks die in Deep Blue Sea in the order is the order the sharks get killed in the Jaws series.
Seriously.
Yeah. So
wow.
Obviously the first shark gets blown up. Second shark gets electrocuted, like in Jaws 2. Can't remember Jaws 3. But Deep Blue Sea.
Jaws 3.
How the shark dies, yeah. How the sharks die in order in Deep Blue Sea is how they die in Jaws.
That is really cool. And I love Deep Blue Sea as well. Like that was another one of them films. I'd been so obsessed with Jaws, and then I think my brother at the time, he was just like he had a DVD, and he was like, "Oh yeah, have you seen this one yet?" And I was like, "No, what is it?" And he's like, "Oh, it's Deep Blue Sea. It's like Jaws." And I was like, "Oh, cool. Let me watch it." And like he threw it on, and I remember watching it and just being like, "Whoa." Like this is so good. I was
Paul loves a bit of Deep Blue Sea.
I love Deep Blue Sea. That's one of my
like you can never forget like spoiler alert, you can never forget Sam L. Jackson's death.
Well,
and that was
shocking.
I guess I won't watch it then, Dara.
Thomas, fuck you, alright? I don't care. It's been out for ages. You had all the time in the world to watch it, okay?
Oh well, guess I won't watch it then. No.
I've just bought Deep Blue Sea
the entire death, Thomas. So Sam L. Jackson is having this big monologue, right, Thomas? And then he's standing in front of this fucking pool, right? This pool of water behind him that like goes out into the ocean.
Oh boy,
and he's like, "Oh yeah, we need to band together and kill the shark." And then the fucking shark jumps out of the water and just fucking pulls him back in. That's it. He's gone.
I'm glad I know how he dies as well now, Dara. Thanks for
You're
that.
welcome.
And apart from LL Cool J, he's like the most well-known person at the time.
Yeah.
You just don't expect it at all.
Exactly. Not many movies kill off the main actor. Like their most famous actor in that fucking movie.
I knew you were going to head to Scream as soon as they said that.
I do, because they killed Drew Barrymore off at the beginning.
Yeah, that's true.
Perfect.
That is kind of a perfect way to set the tone. Like, you know, they're like, "Oh, Drew Barrymore, you know her. She's dead."
And she was on all the posters and everything.
Yeah.
So less than that, Samuel Jackson wasn't on all the posters, but yeah, Drew Barrymore was on all the publicity material. She was the only real, like, well-known kind of star. Or Courtney Cox, I think Friends had been out for 2 seasons by then, so Courtney Cox was just getting like household name.
Yeah.
But Drew Barrymore was the main, like, you knew her from E.T. She's been in the, obviously for her troubled like youth. Everyone knew who Drew Barrymore was.
Of course.
Yeah. I feel like another movie that's done that actually recently is like, well, not the like having the famous, but like having their main kind of thing all over the posters and stuff, and then killing them off like instantly is Hereditary.
Yeah, I watched this recently.
Same.
And
it is.
What did you think of it?
It's different.
Yeah.
I think there's a few shocking moments which I liked, but, and don't get me wrong, I know the moment you're talking about, and that's a massive spoiler, so we won't discuss it. But apart from that, it just got a little bit silly towards the end, and in the end it was a little bit like, oh,
yeah.
okay.
I get that.
No, but like I just think that in terms of more recent horror movies, I think it stands out among the crowd. Because this is in a time where all the movies are either The Conjuring or in the Conjuring universe or Insidious or in that universe. Like, it's all...
Yeah.
kind of trying to branch out into this cinematic thing when really the movies aren't all that good. Which is, I don't know. I think they just make so much money because they're like, oh, look, remember The Conjuring? You like that. This is in the Conjuring universe. And then people are like, oh, I guess I'll try it.
Paul showed me the other day, like, just how many, like, films and TV series come out from The Purge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many Purge movies? Is there six or
5 or 6 Purge movies, right?
I think there's about 5, and was it 2 seasons of the show now?
There's a show?
There's a show?
Yeah,
get rid of Hereditary.
Yeah, Dara,
and the first film came out in 2012. So in 8 years, it's crammed like 5 movies and 2 seasons.
Extortion at the finest, my friends.
Yes. How to drag out a movie series.
Oh, there is.
The only film they used to do that was Saw. Saw used to be every October, new Saw movies coming out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Chris Rock one, right?
I've watched every Saw movie. I marathoned all Saw 1 to 7, and then I had to wait for Saw 8 to come out. And Jesus Christ. I think one is good. 2, I think, is actually better than 1. And then there it's just shit.
2's the best. One's a thriller, and the rest are horror.
Yeah.
I'd say one is a thriller rather than a horror.
Yeah.
And probably one of the biggest twists in probably cinema history. I remember going to the cinema, and again, won't mention it because it does really spoil the whole movie.
Yeah,
but obviously, when it happened, you were like, "Oh my god, it was right there all along."
Yeah.
But two for me is like so good a horror movie.
Yeah.
And then just got a little bit. They're watchable.
They're watchable.
They're enjoyable.
They do get a little bit silly as they go on.
Like the plot goes out the window, but the traps kind of get better, and then there's a point where the traps, some of them are just like, like that didn't take much thought, and then there's other traps where it's like, okay, that's kind of interesting. I think Jigsaw was kind of incredibly bad.
Ain't Jigsaw supposed to be dead as of the 4th movie, and they still made like.
Yeah, they made 4 more
5 after.
Yeah. And honestly, I'm kind of looking forward to the next one, the one that Chris Rock is doing, because it's like, I don't know if it's connected to the universe, but I know it's kind of a spin-off. So I think the premise is that whoever the killer is targeting cops.
They should mention. They should. Kind of I hope it doesn't go for like Ghostbusters 2016 where they have the cast in it, but they're not the actual people they played in the universe. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the worst. That's a massive hate mine for reboots.
A massive fuck you it is.
If you watch like the one that's coming out with Chris Rock and you see Tobin Bell in there, you're gonna be like, what the fuck, man? Like, no, you don't belong here unless it's actually like connected to it. But, Sam L. Jackson is going to be in it, and so is Chris Rock. So I guess, to some extent, it's going to be enjoyable.
I'll give it a chance.
I'll definitely give it a chance. In other news to do with that kind of thing, the people who wrote the original Saw, I believe, or no, I think it was Saw. What was it? Saw 3, Saw 5, and Saw 7. The guys who wrote them are rebooting Final Destination.
That could be done forever though. That doesn't need to be.
Yeah.
I'll probably go watch them just for entertainment's sake. The story's probably going to be shit. Final Destination 1, I thought was good. 2, I think it was kind of. They're kind of trying to take a horror approach. I think 2 kind of went more realistic with that. Because, when you think of Final Destination, everyone thinks of, like, the highway pile-up.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, oh, look, that's what made people scared to drive behind trucks with fucking logs on them. It's like, fuck, I'm just going to pull into this real quick. 3, that's where it started to kind of get bad.
3 the fairground? Which one was the fairground?
Yeah, 3 was...
Yeah.
3 roller coaster, yeah.
They're so unforgettable, and so are the characters. It's like... if you ask me, I could not name one person from the Final Destination movies, and I'm pretty sure I watched them last year. Like,
yeah.
I can't name but I can remember the deaths. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Remember Candyman? Candyman's obviously the guy who kind of warns them that death's coming for you.
Yes. Mm.
He's probably the most memorable character from them all.
Yeah.
And I remember Sean William Scott being in the first one.
Oh yeah. And Devon Sawa, who played Stan for Eminem.
Yeah. Apart from the first one, I say they're just a bit. As you say, I think with some horror films, just because they've done something good, it's like urban legend. Like the first one's great, and then they decided to make a few other ones, and it's like.
I think 4. You remember you were talking about Jaws 3 and how it was 3D. 4 they tried to take a 3D approach as well, and it was kind of the new 3D.
Yeah.
You can really tell because in some of the shots, it's just poking out at you. You're like, okay, it's meant to be 3D. And that one was just really bad. And then I think 5, honestly, 5 was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Was 5 the one with the really big twist at the end?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
right, yeah.
So the whole thing, they shook it up with 5. It was like, I know the whole premise of the yoke was like, oh yeah, death has a plan, and if a person dies before. Yeah, if the next person after you dies before you die, it kind of stops it. And it was like the first one of those films where someone had tried to act on that, where they'd just been, oh fuck, I'm next, or like I'm after you, so oh wait no, they're like I'm next, so I'm gonna kill you, and then I'm not gonna die. What? I'm not spoiling anything. I'm just saying.
No, you're not. No, I'm just saying.
The characters. Some of the deaths in that are fucked because it's so at that point. The effects had gotten, everything was pretty much CGI. And to be honest, the effects were decent. And some of them, some of the deaths just are fucking horrible. There's one that sticks with me, and all I'm gonna say is gymnastics. And holy fuck.
Spoiler.
You spoiler.
All I'm gonna say is gymnastics. It's fucking, that one is so horrible. Just, wow. But yeah.
So, Dara, that was 2 movies.
Sorry, that was
3 movies, my bad.
Jaws. Alright, I got 2 more. Fuck, what am I going for?
Maybe make these ones quicker now. No, I'm messing.
Just thinking about it now. Fury.
Fury?
Have you ever seen the one with Brad Pitt? And who else was in it? Fuck.
Not Tom Hardy, is it?
Oh, that's with what's his name? Transformers kid. What's his name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought, honestly, when I saw it, I was just kind of like, after that movie, I kind of went on a war movie kind of thing. I was just like, oh, this is good. Hey, that's good. And yeah, I thought that was a really good movie. And then, I've seen other war movies. I thought American Sniper was a fantastic movie.
That was good. Is it Gerard Butler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sniper.
Dunkirk, I thought was a good film. Kind of dragged
amazing.
at some points, but it was a good film. 1917,
Oh, it's a great film.
pretty great.
1917 is one of the better ones. It's so good.
Obviously, Saving Private Ryan.
Oh yeah,
Saving Private Ryan. Of course.
Tom Hanks. That's one.
Come on, now, Dara. Last one. You got this, bro. You got this, man.
Rooting for you. Come on.
Come on.
Shut up.
Say something.
Let me think.
Yeah.
Turn the TV on. What do you want it to come on? What do you want to come on?
Norbit.
I don't have it.
Apart from the four you've already mentioned.
Right,
Norbit starting Eddie Murphy.
Shut up about Norbit. Fuck. Thomas, what are you looking at? Please stop. It's actually not The Shining.
You
I
come on.
apologize. Sorry, this is taking way too long.
It is. It's kind of embarrassing. It's not. Go on. You two better be thinking about your top 5. Hopefully it doesn't take as long as Dara. No, I'm
Stop,
Go on, Dara.
I'm thinking real hard.
real hard.
Yeah.
Big fan of the Harry Potter books, Harry Potter films.
I think it's way
never mind.
overrated. I'm sorry.
My bad, never mind. What about all the Lord of the Ring movies? You love those, right?
Legally Blonde.
Legally Blonde.
Legally Blonde 2, a sleeper of a film.
Tub, time machine.
Time machine.
Right. Okay.
Turner
Okay.
and Hooch.
Okay.
Oh, I love to ruin it. Shit.
Nightmare on Elm Street, the original one.
Okay. Well, not too bad, I guess.
Shut up.
Solid.
That's a good movie. I mean, severe lack of one-liners, but you get
Great
it.
movie.
Favorite Nightmare on Elm Street. Welcome to Prime Time, bitch. It's just, I think it's the best. Stands out the most to me in this series. I think it was utter shit, to be honest.
Also started very Johnny Depp. I love that fact about him going for Marty McFly. I never knew that. That's awesome. That was very cool.
He looks so kind of freaks me out. You ever get that? You ever see, I actually saw a video earlier and it was Gordon Ramsay when he was really young, and I was just like, oh, that's fucking weird. He was cooking with I can't remember the chef's name, but he was cooking with some other really famous chef who's older than him. And he's just there and he looks like an assistant. He looks like a fucking intern. I was just like, what the fuck happened?
Love a bit of Gordon Ramsay.
But yeah.
I'll go.
Shut it down.
Who doesn't?
That guy's fucking scary, man.
He is.
Well, Dara, thank you for your list. It was great.
Thank you.
Absolutely amazing. Okay, who wants to go first then? Eeny, meeny,
Paul.
miny, Paul. Oh, you look so ready. Top 5.
I think Evil Dead's got to be on there for me.
Yes.
I love Evil Dead.
Movie.
Some could question Evil Dead 2's slightly better, but I'm a fan of the original. So
I like the original as well. I think for 2, I think the argument is just because so many iconic moments in that, and the one line groovy.
That's the thing. So it's just a slightly more polished version, but number 1's just so raw and just great. Obviously Jaws, I think it's got to be on a lot of lists. That's just amazing. Obviously we spoke about that. The original Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Great one.
I remember I used to watch that. I used to have it on.
Pulling out the big guns.
Yeah, that used to be on Channel 4 all the time. I remember watching it on Halloween quite a lot. That was when I was growing up, and probably shouldn't, but yeah, that was amazing film. They're all just all horror. I would go for The Shining. I love just the growth of this guy just losing his mind. It's just amazing. And then just you hear the backstory about it's basically nothing like sort of the book really, and the car at the beginning is all sort of smashed, and that's the car from the book, and it's just a big F you. That's what I think about your book, and there's so many facts behind this one that's crazy.
Oh, it is. Stanley Kubrick really, didn't like Stephen King.
He really worked Shelley Duvall.
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Stephen King hated the movie, didn't he?
Which is kind of fucked up, but the end product. Stephen King fucking hated the movie. Yep. He liked the miniseries though.
Right, so what's that? 3.
That's 4.
The 4. Oh, beautiful. Then I'll just go for a favourite from when I was young, just the original Ghostbusters.
Oh yes.
That's just a nice, safe. That's always, if that's on, you just leave it on. It's one of those sort of films.
You mean the 2016 one, right?
Oh well, yeah, of course, it's an absolute classic.
That's brilliant. One of my favourite films, I think. The women are very funny.
I think attacked that film more times than I think should be allowed. It's horrendous.
It's pretty fucking bad.
You know, it's just a shame that the funniest woman in the world, Amy Schumer, wasn't in it.
Oh, shame. Shame.
I have to say that Thomas has it. Thomas hates Amy Schumer, which is understandable.
Just don't like her very much.
She's done very bad things. Very bad things.
Steals a lot of jokes.
And she made that one joke about Ryan Dunn, which was kind of really fucked up.
That wasn't very nice.
After Steve died. Steve
after he died, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Two Steve-O as well.
Yeah,
it was
like
it was
directly
the
at Steve-O.
roast of Mike Tyson, and she and Steve-O were both like talking at it, and it was her turn to speak, and she was like, "Oh, Steve-O, you know, I was really I was really sad to hear the passing of your friend Ryan, and you know, you were probably thinking, you know, oh, why wasn't it me? And we were all thinking, yeah, why wasn't it? I mean, this was like."
It was like weeks after. It wasn't even like years or months. It still would have been wrong, but that was literally about a couple of weeks after.
Mike Tyson straight up told her to go fuck herself.
I would have fucking kicked her out, man. Jesus.
Hey, if she said that to old Bam, he wouldn't have taken that very well.
Oh my God, Bam probably would have killed her.
He's still a bit of a wreck now, I think, because of it all.
Is he? Oh, such a shame.
I don't know. I think I saw him on Instagram like 6-7 months ago, and people like begging for him to get help. I don't think he's taking it very well. Apparently, we're getting another Jackass movie soon. So
yeah.
Oh, one of them's after dying recently. Not one of the main cast now, but one of the guys who would have been.
I think he was the other dwarf in the bar fight with Wee Man.
I think he was. Yeah.
I can't remember his name, but yeah.
At first, I thought it was Wee Man who died when I saw.
Yeah, Thomas told me Wee Man died, and I was like, "You're fucking kidding." And I looked it up, and I was like, "You're a dumbass."
No, I thought it was Wee Man who died as well. I can't remember his name though.
But all the headlines is like Jackass star dies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where is his name now? There, right. I should. He was a professional wrestler, so that's so sad.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to go from my page?
Stevie Lee.
That was it, Stevie Lee. Yeah. Yeah. No. It's really sad, yeah.
Yeah. It's horrible.
No, yeah. Don't like Amy Schumer. Also don't like the Ghostbusters 2016. I'm hoping that the new one does good.
Yeah, what do you think? What are you thinking about Afterlife?
If they, like you said, if they have the original cast that are left actually play themselves in some way, that's fine. But I'm against, like, if you get them to do cameos, it don't relate. All it does is remind you how much you like the original film.
Yeah.
So it does it no good at all. So if they want to go that or a whole different route, but
isn't one of them the grandkid Dara? Isn't that like the whole?
Yeah, they're Finn Wolfhard and McKenna Grace's characters are Spengler's grandchildren.
Okay.
I think I don't know. I almost feel like effects are too good now for Ghostbusters. It's going to be too polished and it's. I don't know. I'm not optimistic, but.
Oh yeah. You still go see it.
Oh yeah, that's the problem. I'll still be there.
Exactly.
First night,
I think it's a direct sequel to Well, like it's not set right after, but it's a sequel to Ghostbusters 2.
Right.
So I think if the actors do come back, they are going to be reprising the roles.
Yeah. See, that's what you need.
Exactly.
Fingers crossed, it's a good one.
Yeah, hopefully now.
All right, number 4 then, Paul. What's number 5? Or
That
was that the 5th one? That was the 5th one?
5.
Oh,
Yes,
my
I
bad.
think we've done it. I think
Griff.
Ghostbusters snuck in there.
Hit me with it, Griff. How are we going? Where are we
Number
going?
one's easy. Number one's easy. Scream.
Oh, yes. I love the Scream movie. Are you excited for the new one?
Yeah, massively. And hopefully Dewey dies. Yeah, and I'm excited about all the cast that have been added to it, and especially loads of these like Disney stars. They're going to be great to see sliced and diced.
It's not wrong.
Just absolutely can't wait to be introduced to new characters that are going to absolutely just get killed. But Scream will always hold a special place in my heart. Will always be number 1. I still remember like the fact there was like spoiler, like 2 killers at the end was like, oh my god. So for that, Scream holds like a special place in my heart. The other four kind of in no specific order, but I suppose I'll go number 2. I'll go Fight Club.
Oh yeah, great movie.
Just
Great film.
just a real good, powerful movie. I love the whole kind of some of the messages behind the film, like the things you own and not owning you, and kind of. I'd never done it before, but another piece of trivia, there's obviously a Starbucks coffee cup in every single scene in the movie.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, apparently there's a Starbucks coffee cup like situated in every single scene, and one day maybe I'll go through and try and pinpoint them out. It did it before Game of Thrones.
Yeah, well,
It did. It certainly did. Oh God.
Number 3 again, it's got to be in the top 5 is Jaws. Again, it's one of the it's the shark movie, one of the best films ever made.
Yeah.
Just love it. Love the magic behind it. At least if I'm turning channels on the TV and it's on, no matter what point it's on, it stays on. It's just great, and I think because of this film, I'm scared of sharks now because of Jaws.
I think I liked them more, to be honest, after it.
Oh no!
I was like Jaws started my obsession with marine biology, and now I'm doing it in college.
Nice. Nice.
Go Jaws.
4,
Thank
I'll
you,
go
Jaws.
with a good film called The Usual Suspects. Great twist. Great movie. Great performances.
So it's a great film, but can you watch it like multiple times?
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I mean,
give me the keys, you cocksucker motherfucker.
Can you watch any movie that has a really big twist again? I don't think it'll ever have the same impact.
Yeah.
I don't think they have the same impact, but I like.
I suppose you look for bits, didn't you? It takes a different role, doesn't it?
I mean, I've only ever seen Reservoir Dogs once, and that's just because I know how it ends, you know.
Oh, but the performances in Reservoir Dogs is like.
Oh, it's fucking brilliant.
You just watch it for the dialogue.
Very much.
I'm a virgin, whole conversation at the beginning of the movies, I just love it, and obviously, yeah, I'm talking about Reservoir Dogs now. But yeah, Usual Suspects, just very, very, very great film. And number 5, I'm an Aaron. I would probably say The Departed. Departed is just a massive, great movie. If you've never seen it, basically, you've got Leonardo DiCaprio, who's a police officer, but he goes undercover to join the mob, and you got Matt Damon, who has been kind of raised in the mob, and he gets kind of sent to go join the police force to be a mole, and it's a real kind of cross. It's if you've never seen The Departed is an absolutely amazing movie, and it's got some really good shocking moments, and Mark Wahlberg's amazing in it.
It sounds really good.
That's the 5.
That's a great top 5 list.
Yeah.
Thank you, Griff.
Thank you.
Thank you, Griff.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you, Paul. An even better top 5 now. Lots of stuff coming up now. Are you guys looking forward to the Batman?
I am. The trailers
so good.
That's
staying grounded. But the Batman trailer did an amazing job. Everything it should have done, it did, and it got everyone talking. It was almost like a shame it had it at the end of the day on the what was it called, the DC Fandom, because you wasn't talking about anything else before it. It was almost too good.
Has that started filming again now? Because I thought they stopped it because didn't the...
Yeah, Robert Pattinson got COVID, yeah.
Yeah.
Did.
I don't know if they've started refilming now. Hopefully. I'm not sure. It's not supposed to come out till next October.
2021, yeah.
I think that's a safe bet with everything. Like I was saying, we're only talking about, was it Wonder Woman's been pushed back about 30 times, isn't it? So that's...
Yeah.
So I think Black Widow's also been postponed now.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to put it up on Disney Plus, even though if they did...
They definitely wouldn't.
Because the Marvel ones have a massive impact because the TV series they had for Disney are all supposed to coincide with the films. So not only are we getting we're not getting like Black Widow and that anymore. These TV programs, I think we're supposed to get what's it called? Captain America and the Falcon. No, Winter Soldier and the Falcon. Yeah. We're not getting that now till later on because I think elements of it were supposed to be in this. So, which must be a massive dent to Disney Plus because they need some fresh exclusive content.
Oh, they do because didn't Mulan flop? Didn't do well.
Yeah,
at all.
no, but if they put Black Widow on Disney Plus, people would pirate the shit out of it.
Oh, they would.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it wouldn't.
It'd be pirated all. You'd have a perfect copy day one of release.
Yeah.
And just think of how much money they're losing if they do that as well. Because you think about how much these movies make. They're making billions.
Yeah.
So if you put something up on a streaming platform, I don't think it's gonna make billions, to be honest.
It's like we said on I can't remember what show we discussed it on because obviously Trolls was a massive hit, but lockdown had only just started, so people were obviously just paying to keep their kids quiet and happy. But because Trolls was so successful and the money came in, it made people think oh, we'll just go video on demand now. But as you say, people just if you're gonna have it on that kind of platform, it'll just get pirated.
Yeah.
No, I get that. I mean, wasn't Bill and Ted? Bill and Ted was released right, and well, I don't want to incriminate myself here, but know what I mean? Great.
I've only just met these guys.
And actually, yeah, me, Paul, and Griff, we all watched it together. It was great.
I was told that was the original.
Watched it.
I'd never seen a Bill and Ted movie before. I was told it was the original.
Oh, Bill and Ted are great.
Love it.
You guys I've only recently started watching they call them the stoner films.
Stoner movies. I made Thomas watch fucking every stoner movie that I grew up with because my brothers used to watch them and make me watch them with them. So I showed him World, Harold and Kumar, Bill and Ted, just all those, and yeah.
I watched them.
Safe to say you liked them, Thomas, yes?
I liked them, but I didn't get the full experience of being high while watching them, so...
Yeah. Oh, well.
Exclaimer.
Know what I mean? It's a shame, but hey. No.
For education purposes only.
Actually.
So I never get cops in these films and all that about cocaine, and they dip their finger in it. And yeah, that's cocaine, all right.
Yeah, it's not illegal.
They know, oh, it's not the first lesson. Take a bit of coke because you're gonna have to test it on the field.
Mm.
Yeah, they're just gonna bag it up and fucking test that at a lab. No, they have to test it on site. Yep.
Who's an expert in this? My wife. She knows everything about coke. Let me take this home.
That's not all she blows.
Ooh.
Also blows her mini USB fan.
Oh, look at that. That's an investment.
Nice save. Oh.
It's a fiber.
Right.
That's good. Oh, wow. What's going on here? Everyone's...
Nice one.
Did you not get sent one, Paul, first?
Oh!
Is that little giveaway at the Bill and Ted party? What's happening with this?
Because we're big fans.
Oh.
We need little fans.
Okay. Everybody calm down now.
I was about to flip the camera around to show you my giant fan that's standing behind my computer.
So, guys, people want to check you out. Where can they find you?
Griff, you're the plug guy.
I'm the plug guy, man. Okay. If you want to follow us on Twitter, at Pual and Griff Show. If you want to follow us on Instagram, Pual and Griff Show. We've also got a page on Facebook. And obviously, if you want to listen to our shows, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and any decent platform that plays podcasts. Just whack in Pual and Griff Show, and you see our lovely smiley faces that Paul recently designed.
That's true.
Well, guys, I want to thank you for getting on. You've been
Pleasure
great.
having you.
Oh, haven't I? Congratulations! We just saw you just reached. Was it 15,000 views?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
that's amazing. Well deserved.
Thanks so much, guys. We appreciate it.
Hopefully, this will give you the extra 5,000 for 20,000.
You know, fingers crossed. I think I like seeing us guys. We're all because I think we all started around the same time. You guys in April. We joined in May. I mean, we're we're all kind of in this together, and kind of seeing the podcasts kind of like family on Twitter and Instagram. It's nice. You know what I mean? It's nice having that support.
It's really nice to support you guys, and we really appreciate the support you have back. And hopefully, one day you'll win one of those pop vinyls.
You know, fingers crossed. I don't know how you guys haven't rigged it that we've won, but hey, I'm cool. So
but there'll be more giveaways. With more milestones, there's more giveaways. It's just a little bit of extra fun. Me and Paul kind of just chip in a little bit of our own money just to cause a bit of excitement. But yeah, the podcast community on Twitter and Instagram has been really great and supportive, and we appreciate the support of you guys, and we love supporting. We love your work, and thanks for having us on the show.
Thank you so much for coming on.
So, thanks for listening. You know, keep it safe, drink water, wash your hands, wear your mask, and take your handy. Good luck.